Hey everybody, welcome to BombSquad. I'm Dan Stacy, and you are about to witness my nerdy family and I use silly voices and exploding dice to tell a good story. And this will come out after the contest is done. We don't know the winners yet.
But congratulations!
Yay!
Comment below.
Yes, comment below.
Again.
And I'm trying to think. There might be something else, and I'll remember later on. But RPG Emery.
Oh no. We didn't even start yet.
I didn't have no comment.
Okay. I saved caffeine. Once again, did anyone notice I did fall asleep last time?
Yes.
Elephant in the room. All right, so this is, get ready for it, the Almond Joy Breakfast Protein Shake.
Not enough ice, right?
Yeah.
So it's not enough ice.
It's a little too, really? It's because I'm making it so large. I think it tastes really good. So, I think a piece of coconut just flew out of my mouth. One small tip.
It's good.
Rewind on that one.
Yeah. It almost tastes like a candy
What's going on
bar.
over here? Yeah, I know. Well, that's the. Is it the intent?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
supposed to be.
I don't know. You made it.
I think that's the intent. I was looking for something different. I wanted something with shredded coconut because I had shredded coconut, and so I went with this one. Almond Joy.
Nice.
It's
Awesome.
good. The only problem is it wasn't almond butter. It was peanut butter. Almond butter would have gone better, but so be it. By the time this comes out, you will see the recipe on my channel, Dadbot Fitness. So
Awesome. Stay tuned for further episodes. We'll have updates on that. And
That's nice.
let's, I think I've already done this, but let's dive into the next buttery episode of BombSquad.
Yep.
Buttery! Peanut buttery!
And we dive back in. Where we left off
I
last
was going to
time.
say it.
I know.
You're the next episode.
It's true, though. Here we are. Where we left off. You guys had garnered passage on the Tajeka's Jewel through House Tajeka.
Booze cruise.
Yes, Booze Cruise, which it was everything a Booze Cruise claims to be. There was drinking, there was fighting, there was entertainment, and mischief.
Espionage everywhere.
Meanwhile, our hero made sure everyone stayed alive. So
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Well, he is the mature one.
Have you guys thought about what would happen if he wasn't, like, in our group? Like, if it was actually just us, we probably would have already died many times over.
We don't think about that.
he's not gonna say it.
Not even.
Never mind.
We wouldn't know who killed us because we don't ask anybody's names. But we'd all be dead.
Yeah.
At the bar.
Yes,
That's right. Yep.
never left.
We never left.
So you spent 3 weeks at sea. which ended in all of Arkiro's special flares going off. The 2 ships you were suspecting did turn on the merc ships, and there was a night battle. At the same time, the vault was broken into, the vault was breached, and following Arkiro's flares and Tiri and Iliad spotting, what do I want to say? A suspicious-looking individual running away towards the vault, you all ended up converging in this one corner suite on the upper decks. Some of you crashing through the windows, others coming through the door. That's really loud. Turn that down. And you met some old friends who tried to run away again, but Arkiro said no. Tiri said no. She didn't say it out loud, but she filled the door as much as a gnome can. And
I filled it with my attitude.
Yes.
It was blocked.
There were explosions of fire. Somebody went through glass out the ship. Tiri tried her best to knock that mage out of the ship after he had done some pretty good damage on you guys. It's actually a very quick battle. Technically, it was only about 12, 15 seconds long. But a lot happened.
Gravity got weird.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Coming to the end of it, you guys actually did well. Iliad snuck up behind 2 after Tiri took out the mage and took out the healer and the gunslinger.
A crime.
I didn't commit a crime.
Can that be like Iliad for president? I didn't commit a crime. It's just David like...
That's really good.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but...
He still has to have the poo sound in that picture, too.
It's the little baby.
Oh my gosh.
There's a gnome baby on his back.
Which, yeah, that's where we left off. Brick actually convinced the boss to stop fighting and is helping carry the unconscious bodies. Because these individuals, the way they are in the story, you got to do a finishing blow to actually kill them. So they're unconscious right now, but not doing pretty well.
Is everybody unconscious except for Big Dude and
The elf.
Sneaky Elf?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. 1, 2, 3. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but
blonde
yeah, no,
elf.
5. Yep. The blonde elf showed back up. She said she has a way out. She was more speaking to Baldy, but and that's when Arkiro suddenly remembered, where's Nori? Took off out the window. Meanwhile, Ingrid was outside halfway through the battle, and the ship
I don't
during
think she ever
battle,
came in.
No, yeah,
No,
she
I
slowed
never
down
made it
Outside the entire time.
Which
Just
in a
kind
way,
of going up and
Dangling
down.
from the broom.
if she
right?
wasn't, we wouldn't have known that it was a whale, and then
It's
we
true.
wouldn't have paused combat.
Yep.
So
It would have gone to 20 seconds.
She realized
Yes.
there's a giant, the rumors were true, and a giant whale the size of an island, a small island, has risen up and caught the ship in its kind of coral reef that has grown on its back and sides. And you guys are now stuck there. She also, I believe, Arkiro also spotted undead crawling across the coral reef toward the ship, and there's other broken ships from past collisions.
Massive eel creatures.
Yes, that's
that were
right.
eating the whale.
Right.
And then the
multiple
undead.
mouths.
What's that?
Multiple
They have
mouths.
Multiple mouths. Yep.
Yep.
And then undead crawling all over the
What has
ships that are
multiple
on the
mouths?
coral.
The eels
The
eating the
giant
whale.
eels. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's pretty much where we left off. Just a few other reminders. You guys were trying to plan how to escape. You're worried maybe something has been done to the teleportation circles. You're not sure what exactly is going on there. Because obviously the ship hasn't teleported yet. Now this has probably been about 10 minutes total of time since cannon fire started. Enough for you guys to kind of do the chase, get in there, battle, figure out things. So we're going to kind of pick back up into this and see what happens. So I'm not 100% sure how we want to do this. I wanted to run it by you guys. We could just go straight into a challenge event, and I'll take turns, seeing what you guys want to do. Or do you want to do a little take turns and role play a little bit, your different moments, and then I think then we'll go into a challenge event, which may lead into some combat. So I'll make an executive decision. We're gonna role play. So, okay. What I'll have do, Brick roll initiative with advantage, and then Arkira and Ingrid roll initiative, and that's how we'll pick who goes first, and we'll kind of do scenes
It's the last time I'll see this.
for each of you.
What?
26.
Nice.
It was a 19 on the d20.
Oh, nice.
It's a bad omen.
That's what's too high. I'm just modifying the sounds here just a moment. And, okay, 26, Ingrid and Arkiro.
10.
23.
Okay. So we'll
10.
start. We'll go that order with the scenes.
I would have been totally fine getting a nat 1 here. I just want to make it clear.
I'm
I would have been
sorry.
fine getting a nat 1. As soon as it's important, I'm going to get a nat 1. Watch. Calling it.
This is important.
Yeah, this is important. All right, so we pick back up. You had just hoisted the mage back onto your shoulder.
The blood
and
mage.
Yes.
Who was
blood
like
mage.
the most dead of all of them.
Yeah,
like the closest
he's
to being
not
dead.
good. Yeah,
Maybe
definitely.
we should leave
Though
it that way.
technically, if you remember, Iliad has lethal strike, and those attacks are counted as lethal strikes. So he did lethal damage to the other two, as well. Yeah. So
It's cool.
Iliad, you had that moment where you made eyes with the baldy. You also had some memory flashbacks, if you
I
remember.
made notes.
Yeah.
Just refreshed.
The blonde has come in, and she's mostly ignoring you guys. She's grabbed those 2 sacks you saw before, heavy sacks, and is starting to drag them through that door to wherever she prepped their escape. And the ball guy's just following. What do you guys want to do?
I'll follow.
Okay. The ball guy's kind of looks at you. He's got the gnome like cradled in his arm, and then he's got the bowhand like half dragging his feet, just walking. So he's like, respect. What do you say we, since you kind of letting us off easy here, we split the bounty 50-50.
No, the spanking's not quite done. You're going with nothing.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that. It's always no until you ask. And he's dragging over. You go through the room. Get my map up. Yeah, so you guys were kind of fighting in the living quarters area. There's a large dining table there that was smashed in, and you guys go through. If I got it turned right, there we go. There it is. Okay. You go through into this like study room with sofas, and there's 2 desks at the far wall. There's an actual upper sort of floor with bookshelves up there as well. But the blonde just walks right through another door that leads into this kind of changing room clothes. There's some large mirrors and seating area, some shelves for keeping clothes, and those bodices that you can put clothes on to kind of repair or make. And you see she's broken another window, kind of opened it up. Much cleaner than you guys. It's more like she sliced through the glass, and she has some rope going down the side of the stern of the ship. And if you approach and look over, you can see she's got one of those collapsible rafts that are all over the Tajeka's Jewel for escape, down there, tied to the bottom of the ship. You guys are caught right on the edge where water, if you remember, the ship's kind of up like this with the prow of the ship tucked into some coral reef, and then this large growth on the whale has lifted it up. But then you're just on the edge. The eye of the whale is kind of right there. The edge of its eye is over there. Ingrid's floating above, and the water can splash up. So she's got a boat set up down there that several lengths of rope going down. She's like, looks at you. Only got one boat, unfortunately. So you guys will have to figure out for yourself. I think she's
So how big is the boat?
It's like a good-sized raft. Probably 10 people could fit. She's totally BSing you right now.
Is there loot? Were they dragging her, or did
Those
they
two
leave
sacks. No, she's still holding them.
Okay, so
And the ball guy is starting to. She has like a canvas. It's basically like a cloak or something, and she's wrapping around the bohan. And the ball guy is shuffling through the bohan's sack looking for something. And he's like mumbling to himself. Where is it? Okay, got it. Interrupt me at any time.
Okay,
too.
so right now it's me, Tiri, Iliad, Ingrid is floating.
I'm floating out the ship. I'm not there.
So you're
You could probably, if you wanted to look for them, but you might be kind of in the zone. Yeah, you guys could spot her floating a little off to your, as you're facing out the back, your right.
okay.
Tiri's mostly concerned with getting her papoose back.
Okay.
I have a
right.
papoose.
With a baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Iliad's definitely
I do
forgotten.
remember that.
All right.
I didn't. I do remember because
I think
that was when
Pip-Man's like grabbing at your ear, just trying to get it every time it moves.
No, I'm just kidding.
That wasn't canon.
Not
Non-canonical.
No, good.
Okay, so Arkiro left to find Nori. I don't know how to contact him, because I also want to find Nori, but I want to make sure that these guys be gone with naught but their lives. I really enjoyed saying that.
So you want to loot them?
I just
Be
want.
gone with not but their lives. Can that be the title, please?
I think it might be.
I don't want to take it for us. I just want them to not have it.
Yep.
Okay.
And like,
Trade for the mage.
Yes.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. So as
I
you,
forgot that I was holding it.
Trade for the baby.
Iliad, are you alright or
Am I what?
are you alright?
Am I healthy?
He
Yeah.
took no damage, right?
I am pristine.
Nothing
you're
happened
fine.
because you backstabbed
Oh.
everybody.
I'm fine.
Literally.
I think.
You didn't take damage either, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, I tried my best, but it was too good.
Just didn't work.
Tiri, don't you see? Don't you
I
see
was
this figure?
butchered. I was crushed.
Yeah.
As I turn to the side and am Ralph him.
Yeah, well, yeah, just say that for my girls. All right, I'll give me baby.
I want to ask you guys, hey, should we stick with them? Do we leave them?
Well, we could either leave them to their fate on the eel-ridden shores of a dead whale, or no, actually, I kind of like that. Let them go.
All right.
while you guys are kind of chatting to each other, the ball guy has taken out some kind of wax paper and opened it up, and there's like this paste in there, and he's pressing it into the bohan's back, and then he pulls out a small vial that has a similar whitish liquid that Ingrid threw on you guys, and he kind of like pours it in the bohan's mouth, and the bohan kind of comes awake, and ball guy just says, "CK, take care of everybody. Come on."
And I want to interrupt that and
Okay.
I mean, I would have wanted to interrupt before he actually revived the bohan, because I know that he's a healer,
Sure.
and I don't want anyone healing anybody until.
Yeah. Roll your agility.
Okay. $15.
Okay.
Ryland's face.
Sorry. I got-
You look like
not
Ryland there.
what?
You
Really?
did. Yes.
Quinny's pooping or something? Like,
You know, I thought it was a potty face.
No, he makes that face
There we
though.
go. Sorry, I'm rolling dice. Okay. He rolled 13. So as he's as you see him starting to press something in, you grab his
Hand.
hand. He's like,
Nice.
look, no funny stuff. He really needs this right now, and Kitty's gonna
And
die.
he'll get it. And you'll get whatever his name is. You're leaving the bags.
He looks over at the blonde, and you see the blonde slide him behind her. She's way too small to block the sacks there when she's hiding him. He's like, Arya, let him go. We gotta take the loss. Everybody can roll perception.
Everybody?
I'm sorry, the three that are there. Iliad, Tiri, and Brick.
Oof. 13.
16?
Come on, Iliad.
Ooh.
22.
Wow.
I thought really hard.
Part of the cards.
Yeah. Just like.
Was that a Yu-Gi-Oh reference?
Yes!
Did-
Yogi.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
You guys don't pick up anything. You, Iliad, you just catch a look between the two of them where the girl's like, and
They're a couple.
you can make whatever inferences you want. You don't see, but you just get insight that there's this like conversation, and then you see her go, and everybody sees her let go of the sacks. She kind of.
I'm not letting go of the guy of...
Baldy.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
You can ask his name if you want. Or
I
just
feel like
leave
that,
it.
like at this point,
It's Baldy.
it's Baldy. I want to look at him and say, look, as far as I know, I've never killed a man, and I don't want to. Don't show up here again. I have people on here I care about, and I'm going to
looks
go find
around.
them.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm slightly confused by what you just said, but I can definitely make the promise that we won't show up here again. He doesn't smile. That's Dan smiling. I just couldn't look at him.
All right, what's your name?
He looks at. Are you still holding his wrist?
Yes.
He looks down at your hand.
I'll let go.
You can call me Baron. Not like the title. Just Baron's my name. And he starts pressing the paste in. Then the Bohan. And he says, CK, take care of Kitty. She's not doing good. And he hands the gnome to the Bohan, who he's not really able to sit up, but you see him like start to close his eyes and mumble something, and these small flowers start to grow around the gnome, and you can kind of tell they go into her back.
Kitty?
And she yeah, you heard Kitty.
The
CK.
gunslinger?
Yeah, Kitty, gunslinger, CK, Bohan. So far you've heard Arya, Elf, Baron, Baldy. You haven't heard the mage's name yet.
I have it all written down.
Perfect. They start lowering. The Bohan kind of keeps the CK keeps Kitty cradled, and Baron starts with the ropes lowering down on this kind of rope. And then once he gets him down to the ground, he starts climbing down. And as he hops over the side, he looks at you guys and goes, if we ever run across each other again, respect, no surprises, but we'll take you. Unless we end up on the same job together, which, that'd be great. And he starts climbing down.
I still have the mage on my shoulders, don't I?
Yeah, he trusts you. The girl, the elf looks at you.
How heavy is he? Like, is he...
He's not cheap for you. He's like nothing, 90 pounds maybe.
Then I'll, one hand...
Yeah. surprisingly, you remember her eyes are fully dilated. She catches him without any trouble. Even though she's very small for an elf. She's like 5.5 feet tall. And she sets him into another cloak and starts lowering him down. You can look down and see Baron gets him. And then she looks at you guys. Next time, I'll be there. And she just falls backwards out of the window. And
It didn't look that cool.
You see, if you look, you'll see Baron catches her, and she like gives him a little peck on the cheek, and he throws her on the ground, and they get in the boat.
Iliad turns to Tiri. No, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. We'll see them again. See, Pim, this is how you make friends, win allies, and test the waters. And so I'm just gonna like lean out the window to watch them get eaten by eels.
All right, excellent. We'll come back to what Tiri
Have I given you
sees.
Pim?
What? Yes.
I
I've got
after
her
that,
Alright.
I want
back
to.
on the back.
I don't know
Sorry.
where, but run and find where Nori was last.
Okay. Tiri, roll perception, and okay. You roll a perception as well.
Okay.
And we'll come back to what you guys got. First, we'll cut over to our hero.
I want to do observance.
Okay, you just want to use it right
I just
up.
want to do straight up. I just want to be able to succeed. I want to know where Nori is.
Okay.
So any sign of him, I'm looking for him specifically, but also alternatively at the same time looking for a way out, a way to escape. I know that I can carry Nori.
Yeah.
I know that I can physically take him, but I am thinking about the other people. I am thinking about the immediate danger that's below us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, not too much. And
Easy.
Carrot stick.
and so that's it.
Okay.
But Nori is by far the most important thing.
Yeah. Okay. So with observant, you take off and fly. I'm assuming you fly straight up to get bird's eye view.
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing.
Yep.
So you can see, you'll see the party and Defiant Riot. You can kind of get a glimpse of what they're doing and see that they're letting them go down
Going to the boat, okay?
to the boat. For observant, you see a very angry gnome shouting something and whacking a dwarf like this as they're not like beating him, but like a friendly like no, don't do that.
Yep.
As they are on the top deck where you can see the captain of the ship and a lot of the crew who are now getting the cannons out and starting to fire the cannons down onto the island.
Okay.
You can see they're shooting at undead. Undead are pouring across the island and starting to get to the cruise ship and starting to climb up its walls. They're just running straight forward and just climbing up the walls, and the crew are like leaning over, firing crossbows and a few muskets and 6-shooters down the sides. Nori is working with Boria. You can tell they're standing around that center circle of the runes. Remember, the whole ship, every inch of it is covered in dwarven runes that all come together on these specific circles that remind you very much of the teleportation circle with Demeter. Each deck has a circle, and they're doing something down there, and it looks like they're arguing with each other, and the captain is shouting.
Okay. I'm just going to fly straight to them.
Okay.
Nori, are you okay?
What? Yeah. Shush. I'm working here. Wait. Oh, you. Okay. Find me Brick. Find me Ingrid. I need her cart. I need Brick's little voice in his head. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do this.
What are you trying to do?
Fix the problem. He starts whacking at you. Boria goes, the Royal Artificer, he is trying to, it seems some kind of damage was done to several of the teleportation circles. Not every deck, though. But if we are going to get this ship wholly teleported, we need to replace it. The Royal Artificer seems to think he can use some kind of machine to replicate and imprint. Those were his words. I don't quite understand.
Very well. Nori, you need Ingrid and Brick.
Yeah, I can't work with this inferior product here. Ingrid's got all my stuff. I need my stuff. And you can see he's starting to put together, he has a bit of what you'd probably recognize as Brick's ship or something. Like there's these weird wires coming off of it. And he's connected it to some kind of, it's got like a canister that holds some kind of liquid. And it has this little crank on it. And then it goes to the spout that has this, a little piece of flint and some kind of finger thing that goes like this. You could guess it makes a spark.
Sure.
And he's somehow trying to get the wires connected to it.
Is he having trouble at all with something, or does he just needs pieces, like he just needs mechanics?
Yeah, I need parts. I don't have all the parts. They're all in Ingrid's, and I need the voice in Brick's head. I don't quite understand. I think I can
Understood.
make this work.
I will go.
Good. You're gonna take off. Okay,
take
and you
off.
know where Brick is.
I know where. Well,
So
I also
you
know
can
where Ingrid
choose-
is.
yeah,
Well,
you know
he
what
doesn't
both of them
anymore
are.
because I kind of want to play off of my flaw where I don't know what's going on. So I left Iliad and Tiri,
Okay.
and I'm just running to find Nori because he's the only one who tells me what's going on.
You're just taking off. Tiri wants to watch, so Tiri's leaning over. Iliad, you can see Brick take off, and Tiri's leaning over the edge, watching what's going to happen.
So let me ask something real quick.
Yep.
So ship's tilted up.
Yep.
The back end of it is where I punched through and where Ingrid technically still is.
Yes.
All right.
She's gone. Now the whole thing kind of moved over, so she's kind of away from the
Yep.
She stayed where you guys were,
Yep.
but when you got picked up, the whole ship got moved over like
Yep.
this.
But so then she'd be the most visible.
Yes. She's just floating in the sky there.
And
She seems a little frozen. Like you're not sure what she's doing because she's just kind of staring.
so then ultimately my goal is, because I see her first, I want to go get her
Okay.
first.
So you're gonna go to her. Okay.
I knew Brick was okay. He was also the one, he was carrying the mage, and I knew that Tiri and Iliad were with him at least.
Yep.
Thanks. And so I see Ingrid, and I want to be able to go get her.
Okay. You can
But,
fly to her pretty quick.
I don't even need to fly to her.
Okay.
I want to be able to take out one of my arrows, and I want to lasso her. And I just want to
Okay.
pull her to me, because I'm essentially flying above Nori.
Cool.
So I just want to shoot the arrow, and I want it to essentially net her and bring her to Nori.
Yep. Okay.
So I don't even want to go get her.
Okay. We're gonna just let you do that. So what
Cool.
we'll do is cut to Ingrid, and Ingrid. Hi.
Hi.
What's going on, Ingrid?
I am. How far away am I from the whale?
From the whale. Let's see.
Its eye is right below me, right?
Yes. You're probably a good. Hold on. Give me a second to do math. 4 down, 16. You're probably 150 to 200 feet above, up in the air, and it's down.
I would have started flowing towards it.
Okay. Gotcha. You're just
Oh,
like
Lord.
slowly descending.
Yeah.
Okay. So by now you could be close to 100 feet, probably. Above it.
On the way, I am going to be calling out to Marosha for help
Okay.
on what to do about this, because it's
Yep.
bigger than me, I think. So,
Your Malik will whisper in your ear, yes, we're going to need Mother's help with this. You know we have to deal with this, right?
yeah, that's why I'm going down.
Don't get too close to the water. Stay more toward the dry. Ugh. He's like licking
You're
himself because he's
fine.
drenched. He's got the wet cat look, like, you know, all his fur's laying flat.
Oh,
down
you look
this.
like a little drowned rat, but you're still cute.
I'll remember that witch.
Nasty cat.
He kind of nestles into you and gets all the salt water in your face. Right, real quick, focus. And the little moonflower pendant on his collar glows a little bit, and you sense an eye staring at you. I see you, daughter.
Do you see that?
I do.
Just point down.
It's worse than I thought. What we can at least do is put this poor creature out of its misery and bring it to me. Bring its soul to me. I will take care of it from there. It's going to require a lot of you, though. Are you sure you're ready?
No!
You hear Mala go, she'll do fine, Mother. It'll probably hurt, though, so be ready.
What?
Gosh.
Focus on me. Open your heart fully to me, my daughter. And we will put this beast to rest. That will at least slow these minions of Nazik. Let us take away some of his power, at least temporarily. Are you ready?
Well, I guess.
Very good. You, all of a sudden, a net clamps around you, and you start getting pulled away, and you hear Mala go, and we'll cut over to Brick.
That's fantastic.
So, to play my flaw,
Yes.
I think we're missing a flaw token, but
Where's the flawed flaw?
I thought
the
you
flaw?
got one.
No, I have. There's a flawed flaw.
I have one.
this
No,
is
yours-
not the flawed flaw.
We'll manage. I'm sure you'll remember you have one.
So, my phobia,
Yes.
I am frantically trying to run upstairs or whatever. If it's, I'm thinking like a cruise ship, like
Yep.
whatever the stairs, run up, just shouting for Nori. And even if I see people in trouble, I still will just run past them
Yep.
and run to find Nori, because if I don't have Nori, then I have no idea what's going on.
Okay. Roll perception with disadvantage.
Well, yeah. Go for it.
7.
7. Okay.
I'm going down instead of up.
Yes. What you see guards starting to gather people and take them upstairs, and one guard just says, "I think I saw him. He was down below near the large bar where the sea turtle performs."
I go.
Okay, down you go. Tiri.
Legend point, please.
Yes, legend point. Well done, sir. I have
Money,
none
please.
with me. Yes.
30 on perception. What do I see from my beautiful balcony?
Awesome. You see a lot. So, you finally Tiri actually gets to see the eels now.
Okay.
And you see them writhing around and chewing on the whale. What you notice as the Defiant Riot gets in their boat and starts going away, one eel kind of goes away and looks at it, and you see there's this moment where it's like looking at them, and then it goes right back to the whale. It doesn't even seem bothered by them, and it takes this big bite out of the whale. You catch the Defiant Riot heading toward that one pirate ship that survived the battle and seems to have survived the tsunami so far. They're headed straight for it. But you also see from one of the other merc ships, which you are starboard, which I think we said was the winning side, if I remember correctly, in this moment. So Defiant Riot has headed toward the
Yes.
port side of the ship to where that one pirate ship has survived. From the winning ships there, which one of them has been beached on the whale as well. The other one is sinking from the tsunami of the whale rising. You see two smaller boats rowing towards the cruise ship, getting close, and off of those boats, two Scolari take flight and start heading up toward the top of the cruise ship.
Okay.
You also see all these undead rising, and they're starting to climb onto the cruise ship, and they're breaking into windows, and you can start to hear some screams from below, and you can probably catch the captain shouting up above. And because it's you probably hear that grating voice of Nori shouting about something up above. So you know he's alive at least. So yeah, you've basically got a good
Don't forget the money.
situation
Call.
situational awareness. And you know what else you see? You see Ingrid slowly lowering, and you're not sure what. It looks strange. It's almost like she's like dazed, and she's slowly lowering. You're almost concerned for a second, and then all of a sudden, an arrow that breaks open into a net suddenly grabs her and starts pulling her towards the cruise ship.
Okay, so my first thing is these undead. Sorry, but it looks like you're secure. Since it seems like we're presently at the high point of the ship, which means it's probably
You're 4 decks down from the very top.
Okay, but we're still on the high side of the high.
Yeah, on top
stern
of your
the ship.
Yep,
So
you're at the highest. Yep.
So that I'm guessing that means it's a little bit harder for these undead to get quite to our location, as opposed to maybe some lower decks in the parts downhill on the ship.
Yeah, and there's no open windows. They can't start breaking through until about a good 10 decks. Maybe it's 5 or 6 decks up, because there are several under the water. The bottom lower decks that are above water don't have any windows. However, you do notice their speed on the ground is the same as their climbing speed.
Okay, and their numbers, are we talking tens,
There's a feat for
hundreds,
that.
thousands,
Right now,
tens of thousands?
no, not that many. I would say on a scan across the section that you can see, a couple hundred that you can see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The longer you look, if you take time, you'll start to see there's like tons of ships that are marooned on this boat, and a lot of them are dilapidated. If you look closely, you start to realize like coral reef has been growing into ships that have been there for a long time.
Well, since there's nobody around for me to admit that I've got nothing,
Iliad's there.
Iliad's looking up at the sky. Like the whale is down there, Iliad's looking up.
Did you see that?
well, yeah. So since
That one looks like a seed.
since there's nobody around but Pim Pam right now, since
I take
I'm just gonna
offense to
just
that.
gonna like staring out the window and like I got nothing this time. I don't know. This is I don't know. I can't squash them all.
Tim Pam does the little gurgle laugh that babies do.
Because maybe Pim Pam just like kind of like gurgles. Is like I in other situations. I mean, I guess I would just want to go out there and just bounce on that eyeball. That's really all I want to do right now is just go bounce on an eyeball.
Am I hearing him?
She's forgotten you're there.
Yeah. I just this is all out loud and just bewildered and
If we could just somehow, you know.
What I meant to say was, let's go. We're gonna go. Let's go crack some skulls. We've got the rope.
Hold on. I've got ideas. We just. to contain them. That's what I mean.
Meanwhile, we cut to break. You get down, and there's people panicking and freaking out. There's guards trying to escort. It looks like everyone's
I'm
being
in
escorted
trauma.
up
I just
above.
want everyone to know. It's trauma, okay? I just killed somebody.
You didn't kill him.
I didn't?
No, they're
You're not there to
No,
tell.
they're not dead.
Yeah,
This is
I
incapacitated.
mean, it's up to whether Iliad's actually paying attention.
Well,
to
except
anything.
I
I
heard
stabbed
that
the
part, I just
bovine
didn't
and
connect
CK, and he was there when they got revived.
The cow person's the one
Was
that
he
I
paying
stabbed.
attention?
No, they're
Okay,
the same
I can't- I
person.
can't
He
say- I can't
stabbed
speak
for
CK and Kitty.
There was another little person I stabbed.
Kitty.
Well,
Kitty,
I've
that
quite
was-
noticed that Iliad is a little bit distraught. So
I am cloud washing, so.
yeah, so here's it's really simple. It's really simple. You just need to clear your head, and there's literally nothing better than just smashing the skulls of some mindless monsters. Like, it's time to put down the flute and take up the hammer. Or ladle. I have a bladle. You can just go ham with it.
And a holy cast iron frying skillet.
That's true. So like
Holy.
let's
Because it got
let's go bash heads. It's therapeutic. It'll get your mind off things.
It's not quite my cup of tea, but. Oh, there's
Pim
nothing
Pam
for
leans,
it.
leans over and smiles.
I'll do it for her.
Come on, there's some lower decks with some civilians screaming that need our help.
Perfect. All right,
He's
we'll leave it
convinced
there.
me. She.
He's saying as she drags him away. Brick,
Don't forget the money.
you get down to the decks and you're shouting. You can shout.
Oh, that's
I
what
would
you mean by
shout
the
like
money.
really loudly, but I don't want to wake up a certain baby.
Yes, very kind of you.
Pim Pam.
Pim Pam. Yes. As you're shouting and all these people are running by and you're kind of lost as you're looking around and people are just running into you. All of a sudden, you feel this fist pound on your metal. Dum, dum. Metal golem. And you look down, it's one of the two twin blonde-haired dwarves that was with Boria. My father and the Royal Artificer are up on top deck. They're trying to figure out the problem.
I scoop him up and run up. Just run.
All right, perfect. And let's...
I don't know what else to do.
Jet-
Take him
know.
on the bed.
Jetpack on.
Yes.
I feel like he does it as he's still talking.
Can he be like you picked him up this way so his face is up right in front of your visor as you're running?
Yes. And the jetpack is on. I'm boosting.
So his hair is like blowing and wrapping around you. I had a dream like this once. Meanwhile, Ingrid, you get suddenly yanked onto the deck. Arkiro is pulling you in with this rope, and you kind of come. You're still on your cane, so you're like hoverboard style. Yep.
Trying to
Trying
get
to
out
get
of
out.
it.
Moloch
I on
is
the deck
scratching
now?
Yeah, you're
trying
on
to get
that.
out.
You know what will happen immediately? As soon as you land, all of a sudden this small little blur just runs by you, and this knife comes out and he just cuts that. And Nori's like, Ingrid, give me your card. Give me your card. I need my stuff. I need my stuff.
Okay, hold on. No, this one. Okay, got it.
Grabs it, and he's like trying to shake it, but it's still tiny. And he's like,
Don't
No.
shake it.
I need to. He's getting his little stubby gnome's finger in there. And he's gonna shake out these little ting ting ting. A couple things fall out. Big. Sounds big. Okay. All right. Where's Break? We need.
Caught.
There's a moment where he holds on to it. I might need more. All right. So he spreads it out, and there's these broken bits of this metal with wires that are shredded hanging out, and then some. You guys wouldn't necessarily know it, but as players describing it, it's like a screen, some kind of readout screen that's kind of been wired into a power source that has a little bit of aether in it that's glowing a little bit. And he pulls it out, and it's got like this kind of quasi keyboard that's half the keyboard you expect, and the other is like these metal pieces that look more steampunky. And he like starts typing on it, and he kind of takes this wire thing and slams it in, takes a piece and starts like pulling out some wires, and he starts putting this thing together, and Boreas just sitting there like stroking his beard, just watching. Looks up at you guys. Royal Artificer has many tricks up his sleeve. Amazing.
It's probably gonna take me a minute or two to get back up.
Yeah, you
If I
went
was-
down like another 6 decks, so you gotta go up about half the ship or a little bit more.
I'm gonna climb up. I'm assuming there's like a rail around the top.
Yes, you are on so it's like a cavell, which is like kind of a classic ship, medieval pirate ship sort of thing that you're thinking about. That's kind of been plopped on top of this steampunk liner.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all open with the regular masts that you'd
Yeah.
expect, and then the behind you is the captain's quarters, so it's a built-up one more raised half deck.
Yeah.
There's cannons on either side.
Well, I'm just gonna go up to the side, and even though I did not see the elf before, I'm gonna go, see guys, and then fall backwards over the edge of the ship.
Nori doesn't even look up, he just goes, bye. Arkiro sees Ingrid jump over the side, free fall. And you probably hear Molly go, "What are you doing?" And he's like clawing into her side.
I'm fully aware that she can handle herself. I'm not concerned. Nori was my focus. He has what he wants from Ingrid, and my focus is Brick. So I need to be able to find him.
Okay.
Inside, so you can't fly around search for me.
But I was wondering.
Yep.
I have the ability of detection.
Okay.
To be able to detect some form of aura, some form of holy, unholy life, death, or magic.
Right.
Can I detect the magic in his suit? Can I detect the aura of his ether?
Yeah, definitely.
So I'd like to do that because then I can sense where it is, and so
Okay.
I know where he is.
Yeah. All right. For sure. Just because it's stressful, we'll have you roll in this situation.
Perfect.
I'm so nervous.
I'm going to use Legend Point.
Legend point. Yes, sir.
Woo.
Yes. We'll wrap up here. Thank you.
Ooh, nice.
I feel guilty saying that.
No, it's good. We're trying to be better about time.
30.
30. Very nice.
There you
Okay.
Yep.
So we get that eye glowing.
The eye glows, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to do my eagle scream, and the eagle
okay.
scream basically acts as a sonar through the ship.
Oh, cool.
And then my glowing eye allows to focus on the ether that is in his suit, so I can, as it goes through.
It's Ather.
The Ather.
It is
Sorry,
Ather.
thank you.
I know,
Ather.
it's very close
It's
to
okay.
you.
It's okay. My Final Fantasy comes out when I say
Yeah,
sorry.
right.
And so I can sense and I can see where he is and how he's coming. And of course I see him blasting with the dwarf.
Yeah. More you
Coming up.
just
Probably breaking stuff. As
what
I
you're
go.
getting is more like just a vague sense of wood and metal, but wherever there's Ather, there's glowing. It glows blue.
Okay.
So you're seeing this. It's almost like you're seeing the veins of a skeleton, because Brick's entire suit is full of it.
Sure.
But it's like brains or neural network that you're seeing.
Cool.
But you can tell you're kind of part of it is a little foggy as you're seeing through the dwarf.
Sure.
The thing that Nori's messing with glows up. You also notice as Ingrid's falling away, there's a slight faintness from her pocket, probably the stuff Nori has in her thing. There's also a little bit on the edges of the ship as well.
I was going to say probably with the runes.
Yeah, there's a little bit where those mechanical fins used to be.
Okay.
But you definitely see a clear humanoid outline of like a vein system running up towards you guys, headed towards you guys.
Okay.
As you're doing that, yes.
That's why I say legend point, because that's really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Two things happen, and this is where we'll end the episode. You let out your eagle scream. I can't do a good eagle scream. We gotta have it on the phone.
I got it on the phone.
right?
It's good. I like it this time.
And as you're focusing, especially on listening and taking in the information, this piercing, almost like reply, you hear coming up the ship, and then you hear the captain shout something because you're kind of focused in the zone while you're detecting, and you hear a musket fire, and then the captain grabs you by your feathers and turns you around and pulls you out of the moment and says, "They're coming on board." And she is a dark sea elf. She looks a little bit almost like an older version of Adela. She has the white, it's not bright, brilliant white like that little girl from, well, our Kiro wouldn't remember, but Austin knows what I'm talking, the little girl. It's more of this like off-white, grayish white, like natural white hair, and her eyes are matching. But she's got a little scar on her cheek here, and she has almost a smoker type voice to her, and she's rather tall, almost your height, and she's got like a bandana on and her official outfit, and you see her gun is still smoking. She says, "They're climbing on board, Arkiro. We must protect all the civilians until we can get this ship teleported. Help, please." And you see before you the men behind her are taking like muskets with bayonets and stabbing this one guy with a sword, and they're just hacking at this half rotted corpse that looks like it's been underwater for a long time, and it's crawling, and it chops an arm off, and it keeps crawling after it, and it doesn't stop until it's like in pieces.
Okay.
And we will end the episode there.
Nice.
See what happens next.
Cool.
As you guys continue, thank you very much. Actually, you reminded me what the other announcement was that I was going to say. It's not super important, but Austin pointed out I've been mispronouncing words I made up for a while. That's why, guys, if I ever tell you something, always correct me. Not that it's important, but our hero's home world is Ayaklasi, is the archipelago, and the city is Avisen. So now that we have that corrected, I feel better because it's... Anyways.
I knew it was wrong.
Yeah, all that time.
I knew it was wrong. I just didn't want to say anything.
Just to put my finger on it.
So we will try. I am starting to fill out World Anvil information. It's a mess right now. I haven't organized it, but you can search ANWEN on when in World Anvil if you want to check out what I'm starting to fill out. I'll start posting some links once I have more information in there. And yeah, that's exciting. So thank you guys so much for joining us as always. We'll see what happens in the next episode here. And OpenLegendRPG.com, Heromuster.com to start playing right away. Check out all the great sound effects and ambience soundscape creators we use. And actually a shout out to Sword Coast on YouTube. He just gave me permission to start using his ambient stuff. He has some really awesome, like if you don't want to think about it and just go in and play something, he does some awesome soundscapes. They're really high quality. He follows his own campaign where he makes what he needs for that, as well as doing a lot of D&D modules. He creates the soundscapes for the whole module. So check him out. It's really awesome, and you'll be hearing his stuff mixed in with our other awesome creators. And congratulations again to the winners. And check out Inn of Planar Crossroads and Greyhawk channel and Great Mustache's Twitch channel for other Open Legend actual plays. And we will see you next week.